Hi, I'm Gary Nitzkin. I'm an attorney here with Credit Repair Lawyers of America. In this short video, I like to discuss what you should do if you discover that your identity has been stolen. Identity theft is the fastest growing crime in America, and it shows no signs of slowing down. Just last week, I fielded an email from someone who wanted to know how much trouble he would be in after snapping a picture of his friend's credit card. It's unbelievable. He didn't realize it, but he was an identity thief, and he stole a friend's credit card. With today's technology, identity theft is not showing any signs of slowing down. First thing you need to do if you discover that your identity has been stolen is to get a copy of all three of your credit reports. You can get a copy of them from each of the credit bureaus by telling them that you're a victim of identity theft. If the credit bureaus give you a hard time giving you your credit report, you can always go to www.annualcreditreport.com and they'll get you your free credit report. You get one free pull of those credit reports once a year from that website. After you get your credit reports, you got to look at them. There are 5 major sections on each credit report. Let's talk about them. The first is the header information. This contains information about you that's personal, such as your name, your address, any variations of your name that you've used, sometimes even nicknames. Look at this data. Make sure that all the information on there belongs to you. Make sure that it's accurate. If any of it is inaccurate, circle it. Literally take a pencil and circle it. The next section are collection items. Make sure that if there are collection items on your credit report, that they belong to you. The next section is public records. Public records include things such as judgments, liens, and bankruptcies. Now, understand that just because there's a public record on there doesn't mean it belongs to you. And even if it does belong to you, doesn't mean it's accurate. Take a very close look at these items, and if anything on there does not belong to you or it's inaccurate, circle it. The fourth section is really important. It's called the trade line section. This is what creditors are telling each other about their experiences with you and how you handle credit. Make sure that every trade line on there does belong to you, and if it doesn't, that's right, circle it. Now, just because there's a trade line on your credit report doesn't necessarily mean that it's accurate. Take a look at it. If there are late payments on there, confirm that they're accurate, because sometimes lenders report payments way later than when they receive the actual payment. And that's not your fault, that's theirs. And finally, the last section on your credit report is called credit pulls. That section lists everyone and every company that's pulled your credit report. Look at that closely, because an identity thief may very well have tried to obtain credit in places that you are unfamiliar with. So if you're not familiar with each and every one of those credit pulls, circle them. We have to dispute them. That was the easy part. Now comes the hard part, getting the police report. Why is getting a police report so difficult? Well, there's 2 reasons. First is police officers typically don't like to take police reports on identity theft. Their crimes are not all that sexy. They sometimes feel it's a waste of their time. Now, mind you, this isn't all police officers. I respect and love our police department. But if you have a hard time getting a police report, be insistent. Make sure that they give you a police report, because without one, you're going to have a very difficult time getting your credit report cleaned up. The second reason why it's difficult sometimes to get a police report is that a lot of identity theft involves one family member stealing the identity of another. And victims typically don't like to prosecute their family members. Go figure. Like I said earlier, without a police report, it's going to be very difficult for you to clean up your credit. Once you have your police report and your credit reports circled with the inaccuracies, put them together. And on top of it, you got to write what's called the dispute letter. Now, this dispute letter has to go to each credit bureau, not the lenders, but the credit bureaus that are reporting this inaccurate information about you. So, look at your Experian report, take a copy of your Experian report with the circles, a copy of the police report, and put a dispute letter on top of it addressed to Experian. Now, be very careful in what you put in that dispute letter. Identify yourself very, very clearly. Put your name, your address, Social security number, and for bonus points, I put a copy of my driver's license and social security card. And with that information, they will know that you are who you say you are. Then in the body of the letter, describe each item on your credit report that's inaccurate. Be very detailed and very particular, and sign that letter. If you have a computer-generated signature, this isn't the time to use it. Use your handwriting and sign it. Do the same thing with Equifax and with TransUnion. Each of the credit bureaus has 30 days to investigate your dispute, and they're going to contact the lenders as well. Some of this information that doesn't belong to you may come off your credit report, but I can tell you from our experience, a lot of it won't. A lot of lenders are rather insistent that the debt belongs to the consumer, and the consumer is probably lying about the fact that his identity has been stolen. This is where we come in. We'll draft that letter for you, and we'll do it for free. We'll even file the lawsuit on your behalf for free. We get the lenders and the credit bureaus to pay our fees and costs. We can clean up your credit, and it won't cost you a dime. If you have any questions, call or email me, Gary Nitzkin at Credit Repair Lawyers of America. Thank you for watching.